Hello everyone. This video is prepared for first BSc first semester in the subject Food Science and Nutrition for the first unit subdivision skeletal system. I am Dr. Rajeshwari. The skeletal system is the body system composed of bones, cartilages, ligaments and other tissues that perform essential function for the human body. Bone tissue or osseous tissue is a hard, dense connective tissue that forms most of the adult skeleton, the internal support structure of the body. As we all know, the human skeleton is the internal framework of the human body. It is composed of around 270 bones at birth. This total 270 bones decreases to around 206 bones by adulthood after some bones get fused together. The bone mass in skeleton reaches maximum density around the age of 21 years. The skeleton has two main parts, the axial skeleton and the appendicular skeleton. The axial skeleton consists of skull, the vertebral column, the ribs and the sternum, which is also called as breastbone and includes 80 bones. The appendicular skeleton includes two limbs, limb girdles, the shoulder and the pelvic girdle, and they are attached to the limb bones. This part of the skeletal system contains 126 bones. Now, we'll see what are the functions of the skeletal system. The skeleton is the framework of the body. It supports the softer tissue of skeletal muscles. Apart from that, the skeleton provides mechanical protection for many of the body's organs. Example, cranial bones protect the brain, sternum and the ribs protect the internal organs, lungs and the heart. Apart from giving protection and support, the bone tissue of the skeletal system stores several minerals which includes calcium, phosphorus, magnesium and sodium. And bones contain tissue called as hemopoietic tissue of the myeloid type. They are responsible for the production of erythrocytes and granular leukocytes. They are the blood cells and platelets. And skeletal muscles, which are attached to the bones by their action, assist the movement of the body. With increasing age, some bone marrow changes from red into yellow bone marrow, which consists mainly of adipose cells and a few blood cells. A bone is a rigid organ that constitutes a part of the vertebrate skeleton in animals. Bones protect various organs of the body. They produce red and white blood cells, store minerals, provide structure and support in the body, and enable mobility. Bones come in a variety of shapes and sizes and have a complex internal and external structure. They are lightweight yet strong and hard and serve multiple functions. Bone tissue, also called as osseous tissue, is a hard tissue tissue, a type of dense it's a type of dense connective tissue. It has a honeycomb-like matrix internally which helps to give the bone rigidity. Bone tissue is made up of different types of bone cells. Osteoblasts and osteoclasts are involved in the formation of bone and mineralization of bone. Osteoclasts are the third type of bone cells which are involved in the resorption of bone tissue. Bone tissue is a mineralized tissue of two types. Those are cortical bone and cancellous bone. Based on the shapes, the bones can be classified into four types. Long bones, such as bones of arm and leg, they are called in different names as humerus, radius and ulna of the hands, femur, tibia and fibula of the legs. Short bones, they are like the examples of the short bones are carpal bones, tarsal and patella. Carpals are the bones which are present at the palms. Tarsal bones are the bones which are present at the foot. Third type of bones are the flat bones. They exist in sternum, ribs, most skull bones, scapula, that is at the back of the chest, or coxa, pelvic girdle bones, etc. The fourth type bones are irregular bones. For example of irregular bones are vertebrae, sphenoid and ethmoid bones. We will be discussing about different types of these bones. Now we will see what are long bones. They are longer than they are wide. That means to say their length is more than their width. These bones provide support, strength and mobility. The top half of the body rests upon our femur. Femur is the thigh bone, the longest of the long bones, which is why they are so thick and strong. They allow us to run and throw things. In addition, they contain red and yellow bone marrow in their cavity, which is where the blood cells are manufactured. Femur is the leg bone, as you can see in the picture. Femur is leg bone or thigh bone. Tibia, which occurs below the knee. Fibula also below the knee. Humerus is the arm bone, which is above the elbow. Ulna and radius are present below the elbow. The second type of bones are short bones. They can be approximately cube shaped. These bones help us to grip and hold things right, and other fine motor skills can be performed with the help of these short bones. They exist at the wrist bones. These bones are called carpal bones. The short bones which occur at the toes or foot are called the tarsal bones or ankle bones. The third type of bones are flat bones. They have a thin shape and protect organs. Flat bones also have extensive surfaces for muscle attachments. Example are the scapulae, the bones at the shoulder, cranial bones which occur at the skull, sternum and ribs, they protect the lungs. The next type of bones are irregular bones, have complicated shapes and cannot be classified as long or short or flat. Their shapes are due to the functions they fulfill within the body. For example, our vertebrae, the spine, provide major mechanical support for the body and also protecting the spinal cord. Facial bones and the bones of vertebral column, about 33 bones, are the examples of irregular bones. The bones can be classified according to growth and development. The first type of the bone is called cartilaginous or replacing bones. These bones develop from pre-existing cartilage, developed by the process of ossification. Ossification is the process of bone development. The second type is investing or dermal membrane bones. These bones develop in the dermis of the skin as a thin plate. Examples of these type of bones are nasal, humor, parietal of the skull. The third type of bone here is the sesamoid bones. These are the bones that are formed in the tendons, are embedded in the tendons at the joints. The examples of these sesamoid bones are kneecap, or that is also called as patella. Bones also can be classified according to the histology. According to this, compact bone or dense bone is the hard and compact type. It is found in the shaft, also called as diaphysis, that is body of the middle part of the long bone. It contains yellow bone marrow and stores fat. The lamellae is arranged to form Haversian system. Spongy or cancellate bone is spongy in nature. It is found in the epiphysis ends of the long bone. It contains red bone marrow and produces blood cells, especially RBCs. Lamellae is arranged regularly. No Haversian system is present here. This is about the introduction and classification of bones according to different categories. Thank you.